This is Chaz Sotello, and we are bringing you the weekly Relapse.
Yeah, he did good.
Works out.
You are listening to the Weekly Relapse with your host, Skylar Potter.
The day is done.
Let's party, junkies.
It's good for your soul. Every now and then it's lose control. So please don't be scared. Come and dance if you dare.
What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in. Another episode of the Weekly Relapse, man. That song is by Beat Bodega. I love that shit. Chaz Sotello, man.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, buddy?
Just chilling.
Feel free. You can Snapchat or do whatever you want. I don't
Okay.
care. What's going on, man? You said you've had a pretty eventful day, man.
Hell yeah, I was in court today.
Like the best of us have all been.
Yeah, got to be Matlock.
Yeah, you said you got to represent yourself.
Yes. It was something small, but I got to represent myself. And
It was a speeding ticket, but I said not guilty, and I fucking proved that shit.
yeah, that shit was fun today.
Dude, I always get called in for community service, or not community service, what is it? Jury duty.
Jury duty,
Yeah, that
yes.
son of a bitch, man.
Shit,
That
bro.
happens to me all the time. I think it's because my last name's Potter,
Yeah. Oh,
and I live in
County.
Potter County. I don't know what it is, but it's like, it's not consistent. It's like 1 year goes by, I don't get called at all, and then the next year I get called like 5 times. And then, but so I've just become the master of getting out of jury duty. I just do whatever I can to not.
I can give you a little hint to that, and just don't go. People are like, "What?" No, true story. I forgot a couple of times, and they stopped sending me requests.
See, I didn't go to the last one, but it's because I forgot. But
It
normally I
happens.
would just show up. Like I wouldn't brush my hair. I'd look like shit.
They
Right?
just let
Lay
you
my
go.
head down like on the desk while they're trying to like talk to you. Just be. They're not your teachers. Like they can give you an F. No, what the fuck? They're gonna tell you go home, dude. We don't want you here. Like,
Yeah, so one of the guys, the way he got out of it, it was so funny because I wanted to keep the dude. I just was like, yeah, I want that dude to be on my jury.
you're like having a time of your life, dude. This is basically like in your mind. This is like what is that? Like Birdman,
Yeah.
attorney at law.
Yeah.
You're just like, dude. You're like, like
Yeah,
trying to pick your jury, trying to be funny. You're like running jokes. You're like running lines, trying to see if it would land.
Yes, I'm like, I'm so gonna make a skit out of this
You just turn it into an open mic.
because that guy, he's we were talking about the situation, and part of it had to do with marriage, and honoring it, and it was in my favor. So I said, who honors marriage? And this dude's like, I believe that if you fuck up a marriage and you're cheating, well, you don't say fuck up, but if you're
Can you cuss in court?
the judge will say no. I think you can get fined for that too.
Really?
I think
Man,
I've seen it on Cheech and Chong.
I wouldn't last a day, dude. Like I'd be like, have you ever watched Trailer Park Boys? He's like, I can't fucking not cuss and fucking try to get my point across. All right, it's the way my fucking brain works. It's like,
Yes. It's gonna happen. No, so he it's gonna happen. He was like, I believe marriage. If you're messing with the marriage, which I was like, I need this dude on my side. I need him because if you're messing with marriage, you should get your ass, or you should get punched or something. And I was like, oh, she's the prosecutor's not gonna keep him. She's like, no, this guy's gonna go for Chaz.
yeah. Oh yeah. See, and that's the thing. This is how I got out of it. I heard if you wear brown, they don't want you. Because brown, for some reason, is just like a negative color in the courtroom. Like, they don't want you wearing brown in the courtroom. That's what someone told me, and brown is my favorite color. So I have a plethora. I said that word wrong. So wrong just now. I have a plethora of brown, shit that I can wear. So I always deck out in brown. Don't brush my hair. But one time I made it all the way into the room where they're, like, picking people.
Ooh.
I was like, I can't believe I made it this far. You know what I mean? Like, I was totally trying to not be here. It's almost like they were, like, pranking me just to make sure, like, my day was ruined. Like, I don't know, you don't want to be here? You're going to be part of it. Like, the way, like, an asshole boss would do. You know what I mean? And then she goes, is it fair for me to prove beyond the shadow of it, or reason of a doubt, or something like that? And she was like, a reason of a doubt is, like, I presented enough evidence that it's likely that, more than likely that whatever. And then she's like, it's not a shadow of a doubt. Shadow of a doubt, I have 100%. And my arm shot up. I didn't even mean to. It was like instinct. My arm shot up, and I was like, I think it needs to be a shadow of doubt. And she was like, yeah, X whatever, juror 13, you're out of here.
Yeah.
And I got to go home.
Man, that's awesome. You sounded like her just a while ago. I was like, damn it, I feel like I'm in court again. She's nailing on her stuff, and she's like, without a reasonable doubt, and going through and naming all these.
It was probably, dude, and the guy next to me, bro, well, I forgot about this. The guy next to me was a lawyer, and he was like, yeah, I just got called in. He's like, this is his job. It's like he's like moonlighting as like the fucking juror. And dude, he was sitting there, and he goes, I bet it's domestic violence. This is before we've ever, we're just sat down. And I was like, what? He's like, I bet it's domestic violence. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm a lawyer. You know, she's doing, this is the job. I just got called in, so I have to serve, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm willing to bet just by what I'm looking at that it's probably domestic violence. And I was like, all right, whatever, dude. And then 8 seconds go by, and she's like, domestic violence charges. And we were like, I was like, damn, dude, this guy is good. And I bet you he was a little proud of me when I was like, I don't want to, you know what I mean?
Well, I also heard you can say, when they go into it, if you say something random, like my dad gets out of this, true story. Everything, he's just like, I believe, I don't believe in the death penalty. I don't. And they're like, sir, that's not what we asked you. He's just, I'm random, but I get it from my dad. My dad's just like, I don't believe in the death penalty. Sir, we asked you, do you believe pushing's okay? I don't believe in the death penalty.
Yeah. Just keep saying that.
It's not
Dude, honestly, I'm all about justice. You can just, I think we can go straight to death row. They're dude, this is
just be extremist.
They wrote a hot check. You know, calm down.
Yes.
We're actually, I've run into this son of a bitch. I don't even like him.
Yes. And sometimes I've been called, when I used to go, because that's
does anybody know the defendant? I saw him at a bar once. He's kind of a douchebag. You gotta go.
That's exactly what I do. I went to school with him. Oh, y'all are 10 years apart. Yeah, we went to the same school. Fuck it.
Yeah, hell back. You don't know me. You don't know my life.
Yeah, no, it was fun. You will see some stuff on us. You will see some stuff because for me coming from PD, that means a lot. Really not educated too much.
The fact that it's legal, it's 100%. Because I kind of went through it whenever I got in trouble, and then it was they wanted me to do. You got 3-for-1 days in Potter at the time, and they wanted me. So it was I would end up serving 28. So 28 days each day represented 3 days, and my court appointed was yeah, it's fine, and I was like, what? Yeah, I was sitting there. I was like, no, do you guys have a fucking a probation or a community service, something like that?
Yeah, what the fuck?
And the judge goes, yeah, you can just, and they signed me up for this program that was way doper. First off, than going to jail, but then community service in general. I had to drive. I got to go home. I drive down to Potter County, 8 o'clock in the morning, sign in, talk to the pastor or whatever for a second. He'd send us to Evelyn Rivers or the food bank, and then whenever they sent us home, that counted as a full day.
Wow.
So, sometimes we were home by noon, dude.
Wow.
And that counted as a full day, which also counted as 3 days. And I was like, this guy was just, totally cool with going, yeah, he can go to jail for 28 days. It's fine.
That's why I served myself. I mean,
that guy, they
bullshit.
give zero fucks about you.
And one of the things that was controversy in here was the guy was claiming, because it was an assault. I can talk about it now. I could not have talked about it before, but it was an assault 2 years ago. I hit the guy in the chest because he swung at me and he grazed me and I hit him.
Damn, it took 2 years to go to court.
I didn't know it was out for 2 years. That was the bullshit, you know. And then I get pulled over for just kind of swerving, but he checks me, I'm good, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, you're going to jail. You have a warrant." I was, for what? For an assault 2 years ago. What the fuck?
That's crazy too, man. I had a warrant bust out on me for a speeding ticket that I had already paid for, and the cop showed up at my mom's house, bro. I was 8 in the morning. I had just moved back in with her 2 days prior, right before.
Did you have breakfast yet?
Dude, no, I was sleeping. And dude, I had found these golden suede Hugh Hefner pajama style look. It was like a suit, bro. Top and bottom, right? And so I hear them knocking. My little sister is disabled, bro. And so she goes to the hospital a lot, and sometimes she gets really sick. And dude, she spent months at a time in the hospital. She's had brain surgery, stuff like that. She's a trooper. She was only supposed to live to be 8 weeks old. We just celebrated her 18th birthday. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And so when the cops knock on my door, especially at my mom's house, I'm like, shit, something's wrong with my sister. I have to
Yeah.
answer. You know what I mean? So I look out the window, see him, I answer them. They ask me who I am. I still, Skylar. They're like, dude, you're going to jail.
Put your hands behind your back.
Yeah, and then like, but I was wearing those pajamas, dude, and they're like, you should definitely change before we go. And then when I was changing, I tried calling my mom. She finally, like, she showed up at the house. Like, she didn't answer the phone, but she happened to show up and gave me the money to pay off the ticket. So the cops actually gave me a ride because my mom's like, I gotta go to work. And these two like old school cops, bro. They're like in their 60s.
They're done there.
Oh, dude, they're like at least 50, bro. Like grays, like they didn't like fat. They're ticket guys.
Yeah.
So like they're like, yeah, fuck it, we'll take them. They took me downtown, helped me take care of it, and then took me back home.
That's dope, man. You see, I like cops like that. That's really cool because they could have been dicks and be like, well,
Yeah,
let's go through the
absolutely.
whole procedure.
They could have took me to jail in those pajamas, where my mom wouldn't have had a chance to come home. She would have got that call. Do you accept a collect call from? You know what I mean? Like she'd have got that, and then there would have been bail bondsmen involved. It would have been a whole fucking thing. Instead, they just let me
chill.
Yeah.
Because the cop today, I actually, and I love cops. I really do. I had cut a lot of cops, but the cop today, I actually got to expose him a little bit, and because it was crazy. What is it? The prosecutor was hiding evidence and hiding an officer, and I was like, why are you hiding him? He was there. He saw the scene. He saw the aftermath. Well, he went off duty. My favorite, when that judge backed me, she was like, why would you let him go back home? Like, why? Well, I feel it wasn't important. And I was like, I think that shit's important, what he's got to say. And the judge is like, Mr. Sotello, calm down. But yes. Oh, it was funny. No, mind me. I wasn't cussing or anything. But I think it's important. So,
oh, dude, like I get it, man. Like there's somewhere there's a hard drive with just me yelling at people over the phone. Like today, I almost lost my voice because like. Long story short, because I want to hear the rest of yours. Like they called me and told me I owed them $100 on a mistake that they made like a year ago, and I was like, "How was it my fault that someone that works for you did their fucking job poorly?" Like you know what I mean? I'm angry.
And you're just.
I'm like, I live paycheck to pay. They're being a dick, and then I'm like, if this was one of your loved ones or you would understand. But since it's a fucking complete stranger, then finally they're on my side. You know what I mean?
Yes, they're like, okay.
You gotta stand up for what's right, dude. But yeah, so you call the cop out. Did they bring him back? Or?
They actually, because the trial would look like it was gonna be over, but they brought him back, and the judge was like, why are you hiding this? And she was like, well, there was photos involved, and I was like, I need to see the photos because what's happening is they were. So Class C.
You don't have to. If you are you allowed to go this deep?
Yes, I can do it. Now that it's over with. Now that's
all right.
over
I was
with.
like, I'm not getting in trouble for you, Chaz.
No, I'm completely. No, because what had happened was supposedly I hit this guy, beat him up because I wanted to. I was like, no, I defended myself. So they're looking for photos to show because this dude is like, dude, you left me unconscious. And I was like, if I left you, because this is me being the attorney now, if I left you unconscious, how the hell do you remember your story word for word and how many punches I threw, what stance I was in? How the hell do you know all that shit if I hit you with adrenaline going and knocking you out? I was like, I hit you in the chest 3 times, bro. You couldn't breathe. That was it. That's why you remember everything. But you're saying, and the officer was like, oh, his face was bleeding. His face was really bad. I was like, well, where's the photos? Like, oh, they got lost in evidence.
Oh man, see that shows you right there how fucked.
That is literally recorded. Like the lady.
Hold on, I gotta give me 1 sec.
No, they.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here, and they're like, they're saying that I beat this dude up and left him like I did, like a savage. Like, trust me, in my heart I wanted to, but I didn't. I hit him like in the chest 3 times, and I tell where's the photos? The officer's like, I don't know, got lost in evidence. They got lost in evidence. I was like, that's in my head, like that's bullshit. And I look at the prosecutor, and I'm like, prosecutor, where's the photos? She was like, they're not relevant, but we don't have them. So I didn't hit the guy in the face. I hit him in the chest. So I'm trying to use it against him that he's lying. He's lying about those with the cop because the cop didn't even know what color hair the the girl that was also involved was. And I was like, but he remembers blood on the face, but he don't remember the color of the hair. He's sitting here. He's an officer.
That's what I'm saying though, because you're not even an attorney. You're just like going like.
I'm having fun.
Like, well, no, not even that. You're just like going like, why? Like that's what's beautiful. Whenever someone's out of their element,
yes,
and like they're doing something like and like that thing is already so corrupt and fucked.
Yes.
And everybody who's involved, like the attorneys they're playing each other. They're playing games. It's a fucking chess match. Who's gonna win? And they're using people's lives as the fucking
Exactly.
as their ante.
So-
Like I'll take up. Like, that's my auntie's Carl. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? 12 years for Carl. And then they fucking go in it. But, like, then you're out of your element. So you're saying shit that nobody says anymore because there's rules. So, like, it's like a fresh mind in something. They're, like, going, like, what the fuck? Why?
No,
And asking questions and causing the fucking judge to go, wait, why?
Yeah, and the whole time, and I had to give a shout out to the judge because the judge sat here and she saw all the bullshit that was going on, and she called the prosecutor and she was like, why aren't these photos that you're sitting here and you're claiming, why aren't they being brought in? She's like, we don't feel it's important. She's like, when we're done here, you're going to talk to me behind the room. And I'm like, if I fucking had a degree, there's something that I'm supposed to say right now.
Because you're tripping, dude. Because there's a bad outcome for you.
Yes, there's bad shit going on right now.
And you represented yourself in a real case. That's a real case. Like,
yes.
like that's not traffic court. I've tried traffic court. They're like, you know, you're gonna pay, right? And then
Yeah.
if you fight us, you're gonna pay more.
Yes.
So just don't. Like I've had cops tell me like, don't mark not guilty. Like you mark guilty, I don't want to come to court that day.
Yeah.
Like I've had cops tell me that.
Yes.
I'm like, all right, I get it. You know, I was speeding.
No, and on this, it was so cool because when it was said and done, I was looking. The reason why I represented myself, it was $500 for the ticket. Now I didn't want to pay that. I wasn't at fault. And then if I were to sit here and fight it, I had a chance to reduce it or go not guilty. I got put guilty for $75. So I think I did pretty good defending myself.
Yeah, dude. You drop and then that guy's pissed. Like if he was on a podcast
Oh,
right
my
now,
God. He'd be like, "Fuck you,
yeah,
Chaz."
dude. Like the day, like if he was on a podcast the day of the court, like that's like right
Yeah.
now he's yelling at somebody on the phone, like I was this morning.
Oh, I had him.
He's
look
pissed because
he's
he took you to court,
Yeah,
and
and-
so he had to pay an attorney, right?
no. He sat here.
Because it was all done through the police department.
Yes, and
Okay.
so his stuff was good but it wasn't good. Like my biggest joy was, so you got this guy sitting here.
Did
and
he
he's-
dress all nice?
Oh
and like,
yeah, he was plaid shirt. Like you see me with jeans and in a little simple polo shirt jeans.
Yeah, you look just like Tekashi 6ix9ine whenever he whenever he went to court, like
Yeah.
zero fucks given.
I didn't care. I wore jeans.
You're like, I'm not like, you want to know how I know I'm not guilty? Look at how I'm dressed, motherfucker.
I am dressed
Guilty
casual.
people tuck their shirt in, dog.
Oh my God, he had a nice belt.
You're all calling him out. Guilty people. Guilty people.
That guy's
tuck their
belt
shirt in.
matched his shoes.
I've seen him tuck them into jean shorts, Your Honor.
Oh, he had blue khakis or blue. Are they khakis if they're blue? I don't know, but he had a brown belt that matches brown shoes that had a little brown logo.
You're talking about slacks. He had those
Yeah,
slacks.
he had the blue slacks. Yes, this dude was so dressed. He had his hair done. He wore glass. He don't even wear glasses, but he wore glasses.
You're like, there's not even lens in them, Your Honor. You keep like, you're like roasting them slowly.
Oh, we had such a good, because when I was done with it, the jury basically just gave this guy like, we can't say that Chaz is innocent, but the way they gave him, he should have knocked the shit out of you. I was like, I won, because they came in and they were just nodding their heads, all smiling at me, and I was like, does that mean I'm not guilty?
Dude, imagine their story. I want someone from the jury. Do you obviously you don't know any of
I
them.
don't know any.
They wouldn't be allowed to be there, but I wish I could run into somebody and just like I'm walking through the grocery store and I overhear someone be like, dude, and then he represented himself and I'll be like, Chaz, was his name Chaz? Come on my podcast. I want to hear your story.
Oh my God, it was. And then I got to hear the prosecutor when she's walking out. She's like, "Oh, I can't believe they got him with $75. He hit the guy." And I just was right there, and I was in the hallway, and I was like, "Case is over." And I just said it, and I was like, "You have a great day. Thank you for your time." I hit him in the chest after he hit me, but hey, I just paid my $75. You guys have a great day.
You all throw him the change. You all here, dude. Go buy yourself like I like that shirt. Go get another copy of it.
And that officer that was there was like giving me the look, and like, "I'll catch you on the street." I was like, "You probably won't, but good try."
Well, that and like if they do, like you're gonna be representing yourself against him. Like,
Again.
and he even brought up the keg. Where's your body cam? Where's your body? Oh, we
Yes.
got lost in evidence.
Yes.
Yeah, no, he brought it up. You like remember that case that you were like, but $75. He brought up the dollar amount. It's vengeful, Your Honor.
Exactly.
Hopefully, you get the same broad. She's like, do you want to go to law school? Like, we will actually fund your.
You know what? I should open up a GoFundMe page for a law school. I would take it so serious. I really would. For
That's
7,
what
8 years.
we need a lawyer in the stand-up comedy group
Yeah.
to represent us when we get in trouble for saying shit we're probably not supposed to say.
Can't say a lot of shit no more.
Yeah, you do. You just get in trouble, man. We did Urbana on Saturday.
Oh, how was that? How was that?
It was okay, man. It was everyone was hilarious. Tim, I feel okay. Technically, I won, but I feel like Tim won. Tim crushed, bro, and it was because he didn't do material. He went up there and he was like, "I don't have anything. I'm fucking uninspired, honestly." And he was just talking, and then during the roast portions, he's like, "I have to be mean." We're like, "Yeah, roast him." And then we got an audience member because there was 2 audience members, Chase's boyfriend, and then this lady. We'd walked 2 of them. This couple came in and immediately left. And then one lady came in and we were like, "Stick around, please. We need someone to judge the roast." So she stuck around. And, like, we all did the roast. It came down to me and Chase. But Tim hit that dude. He's like, "What's wrong with your teeth?" Just, like, straight out the gate, bro. It was so fucking funny.
Shit.
Yeah, but, like, technically I won. It came down to me and Chase, and we roasted each other. Like, we did the roast battle, and then her and I got up there.
Shout out to Chase.
Yeah, she's going to do the podcast. I'm going to try to get her on Wednesday.
Me and her were roasting. Did you see where we were roasting in the little group? Me and her were roasting each other.
Nuh-uh.
She got me, and then I got her back, and she got me. And then we started talking about rape victims.
Well, because she had did a bit where she was like, "Yeah, I'm a hoe," or something like that. And so my roast for her initially was, I was like, "Chase, you seem like the type of girl who's going to get pregnant just to catch a check." That was like, right? And then she roasted me. And then, like, when we had to roast each other, I didn't know, because I only wrote the one joke. You know, I didn't think about anything else. So I was like, all right. I didn't know I was going to have to come up again. So my opener was like, "How are you not pregnant?" Like just, and she had some good shit. She was all telling me, like, she's like, "I like how you, like, embrace the homeless, like, style. Like, I like that you, like, find your clothes on the street." And it was pretty funny, man.
No, she's dope. I like her because we were sitting here. We were going back. Oh, let me open up. Let me see. We were hitting each other, and then Matt had to jump in. Matt was like, "Oh, yeah, because I raped both of y'all," or something like that.
Dude, Matt cracks me up. He is, like, he makes my day most of the time because I can, without a doubt, multiple times I will see a post simply because he commented on it.
He'll talk his shit.
Yeah, and I just get to watch that unfold.
Shout
you know
out
what I
to
mean?
Matt.
Whenever he gets into one of those real big arguments, I love to chime in, but I chime in with nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm pretending it looks like I'm trying to argue with them, but it has nothing to do with what they're arguing about. Like, I'm just throwing stuff in, like, "Come on my podcast." You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, me and him will sometimes. We need to have soon, like, a real good sit down and even on a podcast and just go at it and have fun with each other. Because me and Matt will play with each other and we'll give each other, like, this, like, we'll bite at each other. Like, all right, you said some shit, I'll say some shit back. And
Dude, Matt's my favorite person to do this. Like, we were getting down at that, like, the other day. It was at Whiskey River. We were talking about going up and doing each other's set, and I was like, "Oh, look, my name's Matt." And he was like, "Oh, my name's Skyler. I only drink like 12 beers a night." Like, he fucking roasts, like, immediately, right? So I'm like,
yes.
"Oh, my name's Matt." Like,
I want to emulate Colin. Colin's fucking awesome, but I want to emulate his black set because that he sounds so damn.
dude, and then his confidence level is like 110.
Once he becomes black.
No, just all the time. Like, he'll
yeah.
just
He's so
he's
funny.
all like, when he's like, "I fucks with watermelon," like, literally and figuratively. You cut a hole and you put it you warm it up. He goes like, and you can just slide right in it. Like, and then the call back, and he's like, "I fucks with cantaloupe."
Yep.
Like, figuratively and literally, like, you can just cut a hole in it. Like,
So I want Christian. I want Everett, Nakia. Matt.
see, it's gonna be hard to get that many people on a podcast. I think,
Or even if it was just an open session, just where we all just sit here. Because Christian, we were outside one day talking about shit. Literally talking about shit, poop. And roasting each other.
There's
about
a
shit.
way for us to get 8 people, because I have 4 mics and Matt has 4 mics, and we each have a brain that we could use. We could record it. There's a way to do it. It's just, it's gonna be so fucked. Like, everyone's gonna be yelling over one another. Like, it'd be kind of hard. I want to do a live podcast where we go on stage and we do it on stage, but I doubt any venue is gonna be quiet enough. Like, the audience is not gonna listen. The moment we become slightly unentertaining, for 1 second, we lose everybody. They're drinking, ordering shots, talking over us, which is gonna pick up on our audio, which is gonna make it's gonna sound like crap. So we probably won't even be able to air it. So I've been trying to come up with a way to do a live podcast, but, like, invite maybe just listeners, like at House Bar or
Yeah.
something like that. If we get a PA system.
Well, yeah, it's PA system too. But I was thinking, what about along the lines of like a competition, or we, like a little tournament, or there's like 3 or 4 at a time, go and let the listeners and people around us, like you said, live in audience, judge and see, and then have like a little brackets and losers.
Okay, I got an idea. Right? Like we stand the mics up like this, right? And then it's just 2 at a time, and then so we record it, but we also live stream it
Yes.
on like Facebook. So then we have everybody
Just
like
going.
yeah, and just rotating in and out.
And just talking shit. Finally shit, but just because, I mean, that's who we are. We take it as is, because
That I had so much fun at the last Whiskey River open mic when I was hosting, because I would decided to like I would take something that someone said, like whatever, like, and that's I usually don't like hosting, you know what I mean? But I had so much fun just roasting everybody.
Exactly. Yeah. And that would be fun, because it would be a different style, different because what was that black guy? I forgot his name that came up on stage.
Kevin Mason.
Kev-
was it
'cause
Kevin?
he was like-
Casey Mason? Kevin Mason.
He was like, Chaz, that gay shit.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, if I was up there right now,
I want to
we
make sure
would
I have
go
his
at
name
it.
right. Yeah, Kevin Mason.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's gonna come out on Wednesday, because on Wednesday we have the 806 Nothing But Comedy open mic. Where last time we
Yes.
did the wing challenge, but this time maybe we can do something like a roast battle, or
Roast-
maybe we can do, like at the end of the night, like 4 comics will go up and do each other's material. We can do something. We can find something to do. If
Yeah.
not this time, then one of the ones coming in the future.
Yes.
But I think it's cool to have like a gimmick or have something like that
Something
at
cool.
every 806 event.
No, because I've been having a fun time. I mean, ever since I first got on this, man, it's been freaking awesome. I've slowed down like this last week or two. Cause
It's good, man. It's gonna take a little break, man. You will
Yes.
burn yourself out.
Yes.
It's not hard, and the moment it becomes like
yeah.
like that's exactly what a job feels like, and that's not what this is supposed to feel like. I love dude, lately I took my break. I've stepped back. I've let everyone do their thing. I'm reading comic books and playing Magic, and I'm getting away from it. But what that's allowing me to do is when I sit down and I actually think about it, I'm pumping out good material.
Yes, yeah. Because I'm sitting here and I was getting overstressed, overworked. You got life. You got shit. You got
shit
court.
to do. Yeah, you got, dude. You have to have fun.
Yes.
And like working hard is very important, dude. But to get, you want to give 100%, but you gotta take a little break every now and then.
You
man.
have to.
You gotta
You have
enjoy
to.
yourself
Sometimes
a
you
little
gotta,
bit.
You gotta fuck some bitches.
I quit drinking unless I'm performing. So like that was another reason I was like I gotta step back a little
Hell
bit.
yeah.
Because I was allowing myself to go several days without drinking instead of drinking every night. And then also, like, if I was performing 3 or 4 times in a week right now, it wouldn't really help what I was trying to do.
Yes.
But now that I have it under control, it's like I can go back to performing. Like, me and Matt are going to get together, I think, tonight and try to book out October, like, come up with dates for October, November, or whatever,
Yeah.
December, and get everything set up. We're going to try to get merch, and hopefully in, like, January, February, March, something like that, we're going to hit the road for, like, a week.
Well, no,
Boom.
and that's a big accomplishment right there, because when people sit here and think that it's fun to be on stage and I could do that, it ain't fucking easy.
And sometimes you eat bags of dicks.
Yeah,
man.
sometimes you're sitting up here and you're like, thought you gave your best performance, and you sit here and the crowd is just crickets. Just
Oh my god. Yeah, I ran my new joke at Urbana, and maybe it's not good. I don't know, but like nobody seemed to care. Like I was just talking about I was like, I'm an atheist, and like when you tell people that you're an atheist, it rarely goes well.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But,
unless
like,
you're with a bunch of atheists.
yeah, like normal, like this isn't going great. Is they'll be like, it's your choice, but they give you like but they sneak in somewhere that like they're gonna pray for you. You know what I mean? Like that's it went great, but most of the time it's a lot like telling your racist granddad like not only is your best friend black, but he's also gonna be at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you try to be proactive about it, like you beat Jamal to the door, and you're like, hey granddad, please do me a favor, don't say the one word that's gonna guarantee this goes poorly, please. But old racist white people,
Oh yeah.
they can't help it. It's gonna come flying out. It's gonna Trump. They're gonna say it, right?
They are.
It's like, but I'd rather hear Trump than Obama with some stank on it. You know what I mean? The moment you hear Obama, it's like we gotta go. Jamal, are murky waters, right? I did that. One person laughing. It was the black dude. That was it.
No, yeah, because I did something. I was aiming for my Catholic
Like
jokes.
you go for it. Like you just dig your heels in, and then like that's the scary part when you know it's not working,
Oh yeah.
and you're fucking 8 seconds into a 2-minute bit, and you're like, oh, cool.
I gotta skip this.
This
or
is
do I
an
gotta have some
uphill.
balls?
This is like I usually don't skip it. I'm like uphill battle. Let's see if we
Yep.
can pull it out.
Yeah, that happened to me at 8:06. I was talking about Catholics. And
That seems a weird place for that to bomb.
and it was so weird. They were just like, we don't like this. Like the guy, there was a guy in front, and he was like, no. And I was just,
I love those people. Fuck you.
was
Like,
like,
I'm doing something up here. What do you mean no? Like I don't tell you that your painting sucks.
so I just looked. I ran through it, like you said, uphill. I was like, bitch. In the end, you'll see my nuts when I'm up here hanging, and what letting you fucking touch him like a little fucking Catholic priest, you know?
Yeah.
And I went at it. I gave my jokes, and they didn't like it. They were just like, no. They liked my jokes when I made fun of myself that night. So maybe it was a different crowd. When I made fun of myself,
Dude, self-deprecation is.
they love it.
I always. You never notice that?
Oh, yeah.
I open with a like, dude, that's my opener. It's because, boom, dude.
People are like, oh, if you make fun of yourself, we'll love you. But if you make fun of, you know,
Well, no, you open with self-deprecation. So you're like, look, like, show them weakness. Look, I'm weak in some areas. And then the moment they laugh at that, boom. Now you're attacking all the shit they love.
yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it doesn't always work, but like I've learned like the sets that I have zero self-deprecation in, they don't land.
No.
Because it's coming off like I'm a badass. Look at me, I'm awesome. I'm awesome.
And times have changed.
And nobody likes that guy.
Times
you know
have
what I
changed.
mean?
You can't be cocky and confident in yourself no more. Because if you are, then it sounds like you're the bully.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not a bully.
You gotta be. Well, that and like because no one's that confident.
No.
For real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to see it on stage, it's fake. No one's really that like the guy who's like that in public. Like, look, dude, I'm a fucking. That guy cries in the mirror. You know what I mean?
I got a small dick.
Yeah, dude, that guy cries. That guy cries in the mirror, and he looks at like he probably still has his childhood teddy bear.
Yeah.
Girls
the
like don't
blanket.
come to his house. Like, dude, that's because like he's fucking awesome, bro. Look at me, bro. You know, no one likes that guy.
No.
No one's actually that person for real.
See,
I don't think so.
That reminds me of the time I was at a bar, man. And this is not even a joke. This is a true story. I was at a bar. This dude was like running his chest, and he was bumping and hitting everybody. Big ass dude. And he was so cocky, so confident until I guess this bitch that he pissed off pulled his wig off.
Oh, bro.
So it's like 215 pounds of muscle was bald when he pulled his wig off.
Dude, I'm not gonna say any names, but like my homie, he's this big black dude, right? And then I have this home girl, and she's this like little, like half white, half Hispanic girl. She's the only girl that truly scares me. And they were fighting at the bar one night, and I'm out on the patio. I walked in and got a drink, and then I come out on the patio, and I heard them arguing inside, and that fool comes flying through the door out on the patio, like. Blah, blah, like yelling, right? And then, dude, I saw her get in his face, like, and she can't get in his face because she's like easily a foot shorter than him. You know, she's like poking him in the chest, yelling, and he's like, "Yes, man." Like he calmed down, and dude, it was like one of the only times I've like that dude was like, "Fuck."
She had that good.
I don't know if it was that or just like straight up like him being like, we've all like, there's multiple things. Yes, it could have been that. It also could have been that self-realization of going like, "Fuck, I'm wilding out in a bar." You know what I mean? Or it also could have been like, I'm scared of her. You know, like
Yeah, no, there's been 3 girls in my life that had the good, and I will act like a badass, and when they're like, "Chaz," I said, "Shut the fuck up." I'm like, damn. I want to have sex tonight, so I'm shutting the fuck up because that's.
I yell at my girl like, "Not in front of my friends."
Yeah. Like my girlfriend, she'll sit here and she'll walk up to me. She'll put her hand on my lip, and I'm like, "Oh shit." Oh, yeah, we're doing Pornhub tonight. I'll shut up.
I don't like people touching my face, bro. I don't like nobody touching my. I don't know what it is.
I'm like, well, she's
Girl does that to me. I'm like, bitch, what are you fucking finger touching my face for, man?
I don't know what it does. It demasculizes me.
It's like being the little spoon. I don't want to be the little spoon.
Like, don't bend me with your mind.
I'm 5'7". I'm not little spoon material, bro. It's called little man syndrome.
I'm 5'11", and she's like what 5'4", 5'5".
My girlfriend's like 5'2", yeah.
But when she does that, and she's like itty bitty, and when she does that shit turns around. I'm just like, oh, the Hulk.
Yeah, dude.
Hulk,
like, what is that?
calm
I wonder what that's about. I wonder why it's like, no, I'm not okay with this.
No, Hulk, no fighting.
Yeah, dude. It's like you're not my dad. Like I don't feel safe with my head against your chest.
Oh man, she's really good. Like
I feel safe, like when I'm holding you.
we got into an argument the other night, and we got in an argument because I drank too much and I had to throw up. She's like, throw up in the toilet. I was like, no, I'll throw up outside.
Those are the funnest fights. Like, because I said I'm gonna fucking do it. I said I'm out to throw outside.
Yeah, I was like, you're not gonna tell me what to do. I'm gonna go throw up on the side of the fence. And she's like, no, motherfucker, you're gonna throw up in that bathroom and you're gonna clean it when you're done. I was like, oh. I was like, do I have to? I'm sorry, Mom.
My girlfriend, we've been together long enough. Like when we make eye contact, she'll already know what the fuck I'm thinking. Like I walked in the door and I was just like this the other day. She was like, "How much did you spend at Toot and Totem?" And I was like, "Sure enough, I had like 8 candy bars." Like I was like, "Why'd you let me go alone?" Like,
It's your fault. You
it's
should
on
have came
you.
with me.
It's on you. I asked you if you wanted to go. You said you're going to get cigarettes. I'm like, yeah, but then I saw like a Hershey's and a Crunch Bar, and then they had ice cream, and then they had 2-for-1 on Monsters.
I got in trouble because my girl's never been to the strip club, so I took her to the strip club. I got in trouble for that because I gave her a lap dance. Oh, she was having a good time. The girl was dancing on her, and then she's like, "Your turn, babe." I was like, "No." She's like, "Why?" I was like, "Because I'm not gonna look at her like you looked at her. I'm gonna look at her like I want to look at her." And she's like, "It's okay, it's okay, it's your birthday." So she was pissed. She's like, "Why were you looking at that bitch like that?"
I took my girlfriend to the strip club. We went. She had never been. We went one time. I sat with my back to the stage, and it was a one-stage club.
Timeout.
Dude, back to stage. I knew what I was doing, and we still fought, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh my god! She was like, "You looking at her? You?"
And like the girl that scared my friend I was telling you about was our server. So I was like, and so we all know each other, so we're having a good time. I was like, I don't understand why I'm in trouble. Like I never once looked at the stage. Like I had more fun when I was delivering pizzas to this bitch than I had tonight. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh! And you know the strip club? It was players. I told
That's
her,
exactly the exact one I'm talking
I
about.
was telling them, you have nothing to be threatened of. Most of these girls got like 42 kids.
And a coke problem. Like it's nothing I'm trying to fuck with.
Yeah, I don't need that. And she's like, well, why did she dance and you look at her?
I gave her $20.
Yeah, babe, I told you no, and it's not my fault you let her put the pussy on me.
Dude, like 24 and under, I was all about like, no, strip clubs are cool. Nowadays, nah, I'm not going. I'm not trying to get sick. Like,
Oh, hell.
I'm not trying to catch a cold.
My biggest crush. First time I ever went to a strip club, my biggest crush was this stripper, half Mexican, half black. Beautiful girl. I had a crush on her high school. I go up there. She's putting it on. She's putting it. At the time, I thought you would tip a stripper like $10-20 a dance. Like, you're walking on stage. This isn't private. So I thought that was normal. I didn't know it was $1.
Yeah.
I'm young. I'm stupid. I'm a rookie. And it's my crush. My high school crush is dancing on me. And then I have this big nose, right? And I was like, it doesn't smell right. And that stuff was so stank, so just nasty, so just, oh my God. And it was sweating. I have never seen a cooter sweat.
Dude, I was so, like, the first time I went to the jungle, I was
Oh
like,
my
I don't
God.
want to be here. It was on my birthdays because I knew half the fucking dancers. You know, it's like you remember math class? Like my friend bought me a dance and I was literally like, yeah, dude, we had miss, you don't remember? Okay. Like,
Oh my God. It was so traumatizing. Because
you have really big pupils. Has anyone ever told you that?
I could see her. I could see her razor bumps, and I was traumatized. It was horrible.
Yeah, it's not for me.
And I gave her the money, and I didn't know that I gave her the 10, and then the 20 followed after. She followed me.
Yeah, around like a fucking, like she was hungry,
'Cause she
dude.
was like $30 for like 5 minutes. Hell yeah, this dude is giving me money, and I was sitting here like, I'm underage. I'm 19. I'm paying you to get the fuck away.
Yeah, dude. Like I'd much rather go to like a fucking comic book store, or even just a normal bar.
I like bars.
I'd rather spend my money there than.
I got to take you guys out to Duke's. I took Matt. We had a good time.
I've had some crazy nights at Duke's that I probably shouldn't talk about on the podcast.
Yeah, that Duke's is my spot, man.
I've bombed there a few times. Hard. When I first started doing stand up, I tried to go up there for their. They call it open mic, but it was really karaoke.
Yeah.
And people, not fans.
No. Oh no. That place is split. You're gonna piss half the crowd off. It's guaranteed. That place is split.
Yeah.
I don't see how they all sit in the same room either. It's split, but I love it there. I love the bartenders out there.
They have a really good. I used to go over there to watch football, and I'd get like if I was hungover, they have a really good Bloody Mary.
Oh yes. Shout out to Tasia. She's one of the bartenders. She's got a Bloody Mary and a Chilton. I had to go on Chilton's. I'm trying to get like you and Matt look skinny.
See, I quit drinking beer regularly and lost 17 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah,
I
that was
just
like
need to
over
stop
like
drinking,
in like
period.
the last 30 days.
I mean, I
Dude,
need-
just shed it away. Just
All
fell
I-
right the fuck off.
That's all I do is fucking drink.
See, I like Chilton's, but every bartender that I have that's a
Different.
friend, everyone's different. So you have to try them and find out if they're good, and then people hate making them.
Fuck, man. Ugh. Yeah, well,
Here's the secret. You want to know the secret?
What's that?
I think to a good Chilton, don't put the fucking salt on the rim.
Put
Just
it
put extra
in.
salt inside the
man,
glass.
I found that out with one of the bartenders. Yes, and hers is one of
Rumors.
the best.
Rumors makes the best.
Oh, I
Best
gotta go try.
Chilton and the best Bloody Mary in town. It's fucking spicy, bro.
Oh,
And
man.
it's so good.
I love heartburn.
Oh, dude, that's my downfall. It's like if I was a superhero, that would be my kryptonite's heartburn, bro, because I love spicy.
Mine would be lactose. I'm lactose. I can't have any dairy.
I eat a lot of Tums, man. 'cause
Like, if y'all want me to fuck up on set, sneak in some milk and or dairy product, and I'll be fucked.
Yeah.
I'll be fucked.
like you're like game over.
I'll be like, I got the shits, bro. Yeah, you're killing it. You got the shits. Like, no, bro. I shitted myself. That's a good one. Use it.
That's every comic. You should talk about that. Like that was really embarrassing. Yeah, that's why you should talk about it.
Yeah. It's like, remember that one time you went on stage and you turned around to do your little dance and we saw the brown stain on your ass?
That was Tim's roast for George. He was like, George, I don't know, you got peed on once, right? And then that was it. And like George was like, I did. And like we just do out. Like I think Tim, Wu-Tang Tim, he won. He didn't win. He wasn't voted. There was one audience member. She was biased. She likes Jesus. That's why I won. Wu-Tang Tim really, he was the guy who won. He won the fucking Urbana.
Wu-Tang Tim. Shout out to him.
Funniest man in Amarillo right now.
You know why I like Wu-Tang Tim? Because his delivery is like he'll do it kind of slow, and then he'll be like, I don't give a fuck.
It's because he's high as fuck. That's why I love him.
So me and Matt and Tim were hanging out after the Whiskey Rivers, that last set that you hosted.
Yeah.
So we're out there and we're gonna go over to Hoots, and Tim is sitting there and he's like, well, y'all can fucking go. I got friends about to get smoked out with me on my couch. we were like, okay then, yeah.
You know who one of my favorite, and like I just wish there was a way that we could boost his confidence is fucking Logan, man.
Oh yeah.
Logan is so
That
fucking funny,
fucking
man.
Joke about
He's all with
taking
Stanley
sperm.
Marsh. Yeah, dude. And then that one where he's all like
and he's always grabbing
John Jones, not Jim, not Bullet. It's the guy who killed people. Like, you know what I mean? Like just that whole yeah, dude, he's so fucking funny.
He just grabs his beard and he works the joke, and the whole time I'm just watching him and I'm just nullified by his beard, and I'm listening. He's like, well, if you do the math, you could take like 3, even double it, 6 loads, and he starts hitting numbers. I'm like, fuck, you must sell drugs.
Dude, he just got his arm tattooed. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like a panther and a fucking alligator fighting. It's sick. But it inspired me, and I started like looking at shit that I wanted to get tattooed. And my homie's gonna do that.
Oh
on my
shit, that's from
Mars Attacks, man.
Yes.
I even watched it last night just to like be. I had to make sure I liked the movie enough because I was like, what if I hated that? I haven't seen it in like 10 years. What if I hate this movie? You know what I mean? But yeah. So I'm gonna get that shit on my forearm.
there.
It's gonna be sick.
See, and I'm wanting to get one with a wolf and a fucking snake. Because it's the lone wolf and a snake. Like you're supposed to be like, oh, don't mow your grass, keep the snakes out. Or it could be that snake, that serpent that's like, I'm badass, don't fuck with me. Fucking with the wolf that's like, don't fuck with me either. But I want it to come out of the wolf's mouth. The snake wrapped around, going through the back of his back or whatever, coming out the mouth. I need a fucking tattoo artist that sit here and put something down like that, because that's a
Dude, Vincent Gonzalez, man.
Yes.
Over at the Music Box, he is a
Yes.
bad motherfucker.
shout out to Vincent. That's who I was.
That's who's doing mine.
That's who's doing yours.
Yeah.
Yes. See, me and Vincent grew up together too. That's crazy.
Vince is with like, dude, he's one of the best tattoo artists. Every tattoo artist at the Music Box is phenomenal.
His dad gave me these 2 little tats I have right here. Ooh, my bad. I didn't mean to hit the mic. His dad gave me these 2, and
I never even noticed those.
yeah, a lot of people don't. But that's okay. In court, I had to hide these motherfuckers. I was sitting here like I'm cold.
You should have just wore like a long sleeve
I
shirt.
forget that they're there. So people say, what does SS stand for? And I'm like, still standing. No, Southside. I'm like, look, motherfucker, we live in Amarillo. If it was Southside, I swear to God, I wouldn't have tatted it on me. I think I'd have more money.
Yeah.
It's like, Southside? No, still standing. Elton John song. I was depressed. Suicide. I'm still standing.
See, I'm just like I'm all about that color work, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vince has been
Vince-
his black and gray is insane. But he's wanting to do like his color, dude. There's this sleeve out there that you can find on his Instagram. My homegirl Berkeley has it tattooed on her. It's a full sleeve and it is fucking beautiful. So much bright, vibrant colors. And so I showed him that, and he got excited about it. He was like, "Let's do it Thursday."
And you know what I love about Vincent? Because I hadn't seen him in almost, it hadn't been a while. And when we did that show at Tease Bar, Vincent was right there, and I was like, Vincent was like, hey, Jazz. And I was like, fuck, you're in artist mode now. He's like, I think I just left it like maybe 30 minutes ago. He was so, that's what we used to do back in the day. We used to hang out and get so fucked up. He's a lot younger than me, but
Yeah, dude.
I don't contribute to underage drinking.
No, he's like 20. His birthday was y'all share a birthday.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all's birthday was on the same day. He just turned
Yes.
25.
That's reason for calling right there.
Yeah.
For tattoo calling.
I really only noticed it because of Facebook.
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
These guys were at
Your birthday
Tees?
was Sunday, yeah?
Yes,
Yesterday?
Yes, sir. 32. I'm old as fuck.
You old motherfucker.
And my girlfriend's 22. It's like, is he a predator? No, she can drink at a bar.
So, because you've never been on my podcast before, a lot of my listeners aren't aware, man. You're like your very first time, dude. You started doing comedy, and you've had an amazing experience.
Hell yeah, I love it. I
Your-
respect this game now.
Your first,
Not that I didn't.
fuck it, I'll just go ahead and try it.
Yeah.
Was you opened for Chris Kattan, man?
And you told me, I remember when you messaged me, like, you didn't tell me you knew Tommy. And I was like, well, I kind of did, but you were fucked up that night.
Yeah.
You were fucking stone cold the first night I met you at Whiskey's. And I was like, yeah,
I was hammered.
You were gone. And I was like, yeah, it was.
Well, he was at my work getting his throat tattooed,
Mhm.
and we were talking. He's like, yeah, I got him that. I was like, Tommy, why the fuck didn't you call me? He's like, I didn't know. And then like he was like, my boss was like, Skylar. He's like, oh, you're Skylar. Yeah, I've heard of you. I was like, man.
Yes.
But yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so meeting, you got to shake hands.
Yes, meet him. We had an interaction. There was 2 other comics. I'm not gonna lie. Now that it's over and done with, he's a dick.
He was rude to you?
Oh hell yeah! Because I didn't know him. I get the way I get. Okay, let me start the story. The way I get asked is I was talking to Angel D, Tommy's
Yeah.
co-host, and we were laughing. I can make people laugh sometimes on the spur. Long story short, she's like, you should do comedy. I'm like, I don't do comedy. Like, I just have a good time cutting hair. And she's like, you're funny. Boom, gets me the spot because Tommy's like, hey dude, do you want to do comedy? And I was like, yeah, I do, but I've never practiced. I don't even know how to fucking write a joke. I don't know what a setup and a punchline. At that time, I Googled what a setup and punchline. Didn't know. So I get on stage. I got to make people laugh. I bombed. It was horrible. And it was my first time ever. They gave me 5 minutes, and I did, like, no jokes.
Yeah.
I
That's how it goes, man.
it was me, and I loved it, and I respect it because I took a leap. And that's what I tell people all the time. You fucking take a leap. Because if they would have never put that pressure on me, I never would have taken it. Because my friends would tell me, Chaz, don't do that shit. And every time people say, Chaz, don't do that shit, Chaz does that shit.
Dude, my Thomas is the reason I started doing stand-up. We'd go to the same, we have a mutual friend in common as well, and we'd always end up at his house on Saturday nights for a party. You know what I mean? Because I worked with him, and every Saturday night we had a party over at his house. And Thomas would show up. We'd all, like, everyone's freestyle rapping in the garage, and, like, I'm telling stories, if not running other people's, like, material, like Bill Burr, like, oh, you gotta check out Bill Burr, he has this joke, it's like da-da-da-da-da. And then I'd tell stories, like, oh, man, this one time this happened to me. And he was like, dude, you gotta go on stage, man, you gotta go tell this. He was like, you're hilarious. And I'm like, man, that's not me, I'm not a comic. I just want to tell stories at parties and hang out, go home, play video games. I'm not trying to do that. And then that night stuck with me. So I got a book on January 22nd. I really wish I could remember the year. Actually, I can tell you, I wrote it down in this book right here. Let's see. has got to be in here. January 22nd, 2015
2015
is the day I started writing. So I started writing. I went and picked this book up at Hastings. Went over to the Pony, Spotted Pony, had a few drinks and started writing. And then I waited a little while and then was like, I'll go see how the 806 feels. I've never been to an open mic. I want to go see what the environment's like, so then I can go through my jokes and kind of see what I think will work there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thomas was like, I'm going to call your name. You're going to be the asshole when I call your name and you don't come up. And it got me all scared. And then he was like, bro, I was just kidding. I'm not going to make you go up. And I was like, as soon as he said that, I was like, put me up next.
Yep.
Put me up next. He was like, really? I was like, put me up next. And I went up, did like 3 minutes, did not do well, but I did well enough to go, I want to try this again.
Yeah.
And then that's what's important. As long as, like, you're never going to take a W home on your first night. But, dude, if you take as long as it's not like a hard L, like you got booed off or someone threw shit at you or they, like, made fun of you, you're going to try it again.
Yeah, my first night was in front of 150, 160 people who were paying $20 a ticket.
That's probably the most people you've ever performed in front of.
And it was, yeah, that by far the most at that, yeah, so far. And it was horrible. But I sat here, and at the end of it, because I was on Adderall, weed, and Fireball, and they all mellowed me out to say, you know what? If you could sit here and fail, and you why the fuck you going to give up? This was the first time. You can do this.
But so you said Chris Kattan was a douche?
Yeah, because we
Was it before or after you bombed?
This was after I bombed. So maybe
Okay.
he's like, oh, you suck as a comic. But everybody knew his first time ever writing jokes. His first time, like, they made sure they announced it. So that way the crowd would have some kind of, like,
sympathy.
And I was like, that's going to already set me up. I was pumped, though. When I came on stage, I had my Snapchat open. I was recording everybody. And I have this joke where I'm going to talk about my cousin who's a crackhead, and he smokes weed out of a glass. I was going to describe the process. I described that shit too well. People were looking at me like, do you smoke crack?
Yeah.
I was like, no, I sat there and watched him. Like, we watched Cowboy games while he smokes crack.
You're like, oh, so no crack fans in the house, huh? No crack
Well, I
fans.
couldn't
Okay,
even do that.
okay.
Okay, true story too. You know how you got the mics? Every time I go to anywhere that has that they put the mic stand in front of me, it's a fucking haunting experience
You got to move it.
because you have to take the mic out. When I went to go on stage, I did not know that you just slip it out.
So you're trying to pull it out?
I was trying. No, I left it alone.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, he's like, do I touch the mic? Do I not touch the mic? Do it hands behind my back? How do the other? Like, it was, you saw rookie everywhere.
Well, dude, I bought a mic stand and a microphone when I first started because my biggest fear was fumbling the mic, pulling it out of the
Exactly.
stand. So I practiced removing a mic out of a mic stand probably 600 times before I ever went on stage.
And what's so crazy, it's not that hard.
Because I didn't want that to be why I felt unconfident.
And so what killed me was I started off the joke using a microphone because I said, you know what would be cool if you used a microphone like a crack pipe? And that microphone has to stay in the stand, and I can't take it out like a crack pipe because I don't know how to take it out. And it's like my fucking first joke is ruined. And I'm a rookie, so you don't know how to bounce off of that. You don't know how to, like, you know. But it was fun. But when I got to meet Chris Kattan, I said, hey, Chris, really loved your set because he had his jokes were good. He had really good about Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But, you know, I just wanted to show respect, like, hey, like, you know, I've seen you. And then he was like, I will never forget this. He was like, who the fuck are you? And I was like, well, he said, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, hell I am.
And I was like, I opened up, but it doesn't matter about that. I sucked. I'm just glad, you know, I got to sit here, meet you, and open up. Because I got to go behind, and he's like, okay, and? I was like, why are you being a fucking douche? Like,
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
I was like, what the
See,
fuck?
Tom Segura, who was way better of a comedian than Chris Kattan, went out of his way to tell me good luck. You know what I mean?
Small shit like that goes a
Yeah,
long way.
Goes a long. You think I forgot that shit?
No.
Fuck no. He's on my wall with like I got tickets signed. Like, dude, that guy means the world to me because he stopped a conversation with a fan to reach out of his way, grab me, and go, "Good luck with the comedy for real. Keep going."
Yes.
And then Stanhope wrote in a book. He personalized it. Keep going, Skylar. He signed my book first, you know, because he knew I was a comic. Like, I got first dibs at the show.
Yes.
Like, you gotta look out for people, especially people who are trying the craft for the first time.
Because
Who gives a fuck you've been on SNL, bro? You're playing in Amarillo, Texas right now.
Next to a barn.
And the comics didn't even know you were in town.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Dude, like if A-list comics go out of their way to be nice to newcomers, you're considered an A-list comedian, man. Like, why wouldn't you be nice to the kid that's opening up for you, who's at least attempting to do a craft that's outside of like work at Walmart?
Yes, and it was going. You know, if we were related back to the courthouse, I'm in an element that I'm not. I have no education in. I'm sitting here doing comedy, and I was so happy. Now there was this black guy, I forget his name. That dude was hilarious, and I gotta remember his name. I need to hit up Rob. Rob was the other comedian. I need to find out his name because
Handsome Rob.
He's from Midland.
Oh, okay.
So Rob was another comedian, but Rob introduced me to him, and this comedian killed it. This black guy killed it. He's from Minnesota, and my favorite thing that he told me was like, dude, you might have bombed, you might not have, and he didn't address the fact that I fucking bombed, but he was nice about it, and he says, but work your material in the mirror hundreds of times, keep it going, keep it up, sit here and polish and polish and polish, and one day you'll be known. And I was like, thank you.
What, you're like, why couldn't you say that, Chris?
Like I'm looking at Chris like, fuck you, you little short motherfucker. And Chris was like, I need a ride to that airport. Are you gonna give me a ride? I was like, I didn't.
He asked you for a ride?
He was looking for a ride. I was like, I didn't fucking book you.
Yeah, I need a ride to the airport. But you just told me to like go fuck myself.
And I hit him with my favorite response ever, because I guess I went from PD, we shit talk. And so when he was like, oh, I said, you know what? I like Romy and Michelle's high school reunion anyway. He was like, what the fuck does that mean? And I was like, Romy and Michelle's high school reunion was good. And he's like, I wasn't in that movie. I said, exactly. And you know what? Terminator 2 was funny too, but it wasn't a comedy. And he was like, and I'll never forget, I swear to God, because he was like, you know what? You got some balls. What'd you say your name was? And I said, Chaz Sotello. He's like, yeah, you keep doing what you're doing. I was like, well, fuck you. You thought
you got bombs. See, Shay White, Ron White's sister, she's the one that helped me out, man. She got my foot in the door to be able to meet all these amazing comics that I've been able to meet. Be able to meet JT Habersat, Mo Alexander, Ron Babcock, dude, Brett Erickson, and she knows all these guys. And so, like, when she, like, it's cool, man, because she moved. And so whenever she sees that I'm doing something like that, she makes sure to reach out and tell me good job. And, like, it's just, like, once again, someone that didn't have to help me did.
Yeah.
And, like, that's what's important, man. I would never, like, any comic in Amarillo, like, any person who wants to start, they ask me about it, I'm going to tell them how to get it done, and I'm going to help them do it.
Exactly. Because if you sit here and you build those bridges and you build them solid, man, like, I'm sitting here watching some great comedics, like, Felipe Esparza. Without, going into story with that, he started with Fluffy.
Right.
And they have this little group, and he got to venture off and do his thing. Fluffy got to blow up first, but now he's getting to get his. And you know how many other comics are going to sit here and blow up because of stuff like that? Because of just.
And Felipe was a nice dude.
Oh, he was was he not fucking cool? He was fucking awesome. The only thing that killed it, and I was like looking for a babysitter. He's like, they were like, Chaz, you had your son. I was like, I know, I was looking for a babysitter. Because if not, we would have all had a good time. I'm sitting here like, but I got my duties and responsibilities, but.
Dude, and your son got that dope ass T-shirt, bro.
Yes, he got hooked up to T-shirt, the badge. He even got that CD.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, but that was a great time. And see somebody like Felipe, that's totally different from Chris Kattan. Because Felipe, he sat here and he was like, hey, I know y'all didn't pay for shit, but you know what? You fucking treated me cool. Come on in. I'll take care of you. He even offered, which I wanted to take, but I didn't. He even offered 4 upfront passes.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, because I'm a humble person. I'm not gonna sit here and take, but I should have took because he called my name out on stage, and I was like, I'm right here. But I was way
in the
back
in the balcony.
I was in the balcony. I broke.
I bought tickets the day of the event.
And and what threw me off was because me and Matt, we had that discussion because I paid $40 to sit where I sat in the back, but that's when they first came out. I'm that big of a fan, and I didn't know they had dropped, and it was because it's Amarillo. Comedy's not that big. I could have gotten them even cheaper. People paid $36 to sit up way closer.
Yeah, I paid like $30 a ticket, and I was like in the fifth row.
Fifth row.
Yeah.
And at that time,
I was before the first aisle. breakaway.
Me and Matt was like, dude, his tickets were this much. I was like, dude, I could have so sworn I saw $100 VIP. And
that was the thing is mine said VIP, but VIP was sold out, so I didn't get the VIP pass.
And it threw me off. But when I found out they actually did drop the prices, because Amarillo's not, it is, but it's not like really known for comedy.
If it was George Lopez, you have to buy the first week.
Yeah.
Remember, it's going to sell out.
And prices dropped. If I would have known that, I would have waited. And I would have been able to sit up front, because I wanted to sit up front so bad. Because
Well, to be honest, you probably had a better view than we did. In that balcony, just getting to really experience the show. I'm looking at him from like a hard left angle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I had like a side profile of every comic.
Yeah. Yep. It was a good show. I loved it. And did you notice how they brought like 4 comics and they all sat here and they all ate? They're all getting paid off of that. They're all, they're all having a good time, and they're all left. They were all funny. Different types of humor. Black guy, I love the black guy.
Is that a fucking baby?
Yeah, he's like, Felipe, did y'all charge this motherfucker full price?
How much y'all charging for babies, Felipe? Yeah, that shit
I
was.
was sitting here, I was like, God. I was so drunk.
That was so funny, man.
And we got to meet him backstage. Remember the incident with the security?
I was
sweating hard. I was like,
me too,
He
man.
gave me this pass. I didn't steal it.
And we have a kid, and I was literally going like, we can just walk out this door, or we can just leave.
Oh yeah, for people who aren't familiar with the story, so it's George,
Me, George, my girlfriend, you, your kid, and your girlfriend.
and we're just sitting there, and we're gonna get to meet him, and Rodrigo gives us the pass.
The host,
The host
the
pass.
yeah.
It's like the pass that belongs to one person, and he's like, "This is your pass. You take it."
It says
in.
artist on it.
It says artist, and we're like, They're like, "How'd you get this fucking pass?" They didn't say fucking. Like, "How'd you get this pass?"
2 cops were standing behind us,
It's
and then
like-
security showed up.
I was like, "Are we meeting Trump or something?"
And then that dude with like the one dreadlock, he has like all of his hair is dreaded, but he had like one dreadlock.
It's like,
He shows up, he's like, "What? Who gave you that?" And you're like Rodrigo. He's like, "You said the right name. You guys can go back."
we just sit there sweating, and we got to go back, and that was awesome.
And then we like let people cut us in line so we could be the last ones.
What did he say about your shirt? Yeah, I love because he
I
knew,
was wearing a Doug Stanhope shirt.
and he knew that he's a comedian. I don't know him, but
He is my favorite comic. It's that dude right there holding the drink.
boom, perfect.
You see it?
Yes.
Yeah. He also that book right there above it, the picture of it. That's him. It's his book, Digging Up Mother. He's a dark comic. He's a comics comic. Comedians love him. A lot of people don't know who he is, but he's famous. Like he's the greatest comedian. He has this one where he's all. Here, I'll just play a bit by him real quick.
Go for it.
Yeah, that way I'm not having to like.
Paraphrase.
Yeah. So Felipe pointed out my shirt and he told me his favorite joke by Stanhope and stuff like that. It's just, yeah, man, that was such a good, just a good experience meeting Felipe. All right, so here's Stanhope. Of course, there's gonna be a commercial. Dude, anytime I play something on the podcast, there's an advertisement.
Nationalism does nothing but teach you how to hate people that you never met, and all of a sudden you take pride in accomplishments you had no part in whatsoever, and you brag about, like the Americans, you go, fuck the French. Fuck the French. If we hadn't have saved their ass in 2 world wars, they'd be speaking German right now. You go, oh, was that us? That was us? Was that me and you, Tommy? We saved the French? Jesus. I know I blacked out a little bit after that 4th shot of Jägermeister last night, but I don't remember. I know we went through the Wendy's drive-thru. We were going to get one of them fresh cheddar sandwiches. It looked so alluring on the commercial, but then we ordered it and realized we had no money, and we had to ditch out before the second window. And those douchebags in line behind us with the bass music probably got our order, and out. We laughed about that, but I don't remember saving the French at all. I went through the last 10 calls on my cell phone, and there's nothing incoming or outgoing to the French looking for muscle on a project. I checked my pants. There's no mud stains on the knees from where we were garroting krauts in the trenches at Verdun. I think we didn't do anything but watch sports bloopers while we got hammered. I think we should shut the fuck up. silly.
That's his style, man. It's like he's about to go into like he's all immigration. You know what I mean? He's about to go into that, and he's like, dude, he's like all these cliched arguments go like he goes through all of them. He's like, and all those go against the main cliched argument, which is they're taking American jobs. He's like, I was like, they don't speak the language. Pfft, don't talk to them. How hard is that? Like, he's like, you know who does speak the language? Your next door neighbor. You've lived there for 5 years and you've never said one word to the guy. You avert eye contact should you check the mail at the same time.
And that's great because in the 1950s, you know, you could sit here. Neighbors knew each other. They knew what each other ate. They sat here and, you know, took food over to introduce the new neighbors and shit.
I got robbed during my last podcast by my neighbor. I'm not fucking kidding. Go back and listen to the one with me and DB Nice. I cut it. I come back and I'm talking about how a guy knocked on my door and he asked me, he was like, dude, my kid was in a car wreck, yada, yada, yada.
Oh, hell yeah.
I need this money. Can you give me money? I'll pay you back tonight.
Yes.
I'll pay you double if I can. I didn't have any money. So I gave him all of, like, I collect my change and I cash it in at the end of the year. So I gave him that shit, dude. And, like, I'd been going through it. There's probably, like, $20 in there. Yeah, I was like, dude, that's my dinner. Please pay me back. Dude, never saw the fucking guy again.
No.
You know what I mean? But it happened during my last podcast.
Nope. My parents...
I have no clue who my neighbors are. He probably doesn't even live on this block.
My parents were robbed by their neighbors, and they even fucking took the enchiladas in the refrigerator. They took the enchiladas in the refrigerator, and they took my mom's underwear.
Jesus.
I was like, how?
And they found out it was the neighbors?
They had no. These guys were so good, but they left one fingerprint on the basket next to some Crocs. You know, the little sandals Crocs.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
Outside in the backyard.
I'm white. I'm very aware of what Crocs are.
My mom wears the shit out of those Crocs.
I used to wear them in the kitchen, bro, because like they had the slip-proof ones, and they were just so much more comfortable than like the other, like the regular lace-ups. So I bought those, but the problem is when you clean the floors at night, the water gets in them bitches.
Mm-hmm. And now you got the
stinky,
feet.
soppy feet, man. I was working at Red Lobster. I got fish feet now.
So now they smell like fish.
Mm-hmm.
I can see you. What girl you been with? Let me smell your feet.
Oh shit, man. Well, you gotta get back to work here soon, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me play a little bit of OZ the Hip. Dude, I need to come up with some new music. I guess I'm just gonna play Echo. No. Who should I play? Who should I play over here? What's up with that? What's that one? What's that Token? Let's play some Token over here.
Oh, wait. I got one. Wait. What kind of music do you like to be playing?
I usually listen to hip hop.
Hip hop. I got one, and because Matt's been asking me about something as far as rap. So I actually used to rap.
You just want me to put a beat on?
No. Put on a.
I gotta make sure it's cool with the person before I play it.
Oh, it's mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this gonna be hilarious?
No, it's when I used to rap. Texas, because people are like, where did you get your voice
I can
from?
find it on YouTube?
Yes, it's called, put in, what was it, Kicking It, Kickin, Kicking It, or no, it's actually Kick It With You, not with the N, Kick It, just Kick It With You by SS. Right there, Kick It With You.
This one?
Yep, that's my song. I sampled, well, not sampled, but I borrowed a beat. Like one no baby.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Sir.
But I ain't counting the minutes. It's been a while since we visited, so I came to kick it with you. Like one no baby. I wanna kick it with you. The caddy still banging. We tipping up on them boys down that boulevard, riding on them futuristic toys. Call me Elroy. Young, fresh, smart mind. Them hoes swarming like bugs. They attracted to my shine. Throwing game like a beast. Now I caught a beauty. Tooted and booted. Still sniping hoes like Call of Duty. Doing like a movie with her best friend. And after tonight, they never gon' speak again. Cause the fight ain't right. Known to break a happy home. Feeling stoned to the bone. Calling shots like a poem. Blowing endo. Living life in a high. I'm supersized Big Mac until the day I die. I see the clock tick tock, but I ain't counting the minutes. It's been a while since we visited, so I came to kick it with you. Like one no baby, I wanna kick it with you. I see the clock tick tock, but I ain't counting the minutes. It's been a while since we visited, so I came to kick it with you. Like one no baby, I wanna kick it with you. I keep my Swiss roll tight, dip it twice with lean. I got a pocket full of stones, put that bitch on repeat while we roll in that till the break of dawn. And it's on like Donkey Kong. Yeah, but don't get on, kin a thong, ruffin' on my phone. She knows she wrong, but I ain't about to tell. Addicted to her assets and all of that bubbly well. She doing everything just to stay fly. I reckon that's grind, baby. I'ma stay around. I see the clock tick tock, but I ain't counting the minutes. It's been a while since we visited, so I came to kick it with you. Like one up, baby, I wanna kick it with you. I see the clock tick tock, but I ain't counting the minutes. It's been a while since we visited, so I came to kick it with you. Like one up, baby, I wanna kick it with you. I rolled up on the mission, my paper. I'm in love with these bitches, just missing. Listen, how I'm just bubbling. A super throw player, colder than Himalayas, more hoes than flavor in that classic Calder Sega. Models round the clock, bowler down to my sacks. Which watch the flops when that drop top hits a stop. I put up in that whip, put your bitch in a flock. I keep them banging like speakers until that sun pops. It's whatever, baby. That button set the mood. About to get ludicrous in my sex room. Feeling royal with my crown. She was loyal until now. I done did it good, left her like a Kool-Aid smile. It's like TikTok, but I ain't counting the minutes. It's been a while since we visited, so I came to kick it with you. Like one up, baby, I wanna